if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Wow.
It's crazy to think about, right? Because we don't know what they've seen and how they've communicated with the person that could potentially be holding their mother captive. But
Right.
What we do know is that there was a ransom letter sent. There was signs of struggle at the scene. There was blood on the front porch.
That is Nancy's, they've confirmed.
That is Nancy's. They've confirmed that there are items in the ransom note that, line up with items that were at the crime scene. And the person sending this letter is going, I know what was going on at the house. I know items that were at the house. Here is the proof.
Right.
And they didn't pay the deadline. Well, they didn't pay the ransom by the deadline. It's not 100%, but that's what's being assumed. Currently, there's still loads of media outside of the house. It was just getting time for Christy to get going home. Plus, being pregnant, I was pretty tired and about ready to go home myself. So we did go home, but people like Dolly Vision, JLR, I know JLR is still out there. We're looking at his feed live now. He's pretty much, that's just a straight shot at her front house up the street. There's a bunch of small, not through streets that go through. I really need to get premium. Let's give him his ad revenue for just a second. But we were out there for a good 3 or 4 hours, me and Christy, and mainly today was just watching a bunch of other media sitting out there. There wasn't much going on besides that. That was a lot that was going on. If you watch my lives earlier, even though my phone kept overheating, and pretty much everyone, including the news people, are having the same issue to where their phones, their devices are all overheating. They're going to their cars to cool their devices off. They're going, if it's not a laptop, it's a phone. Everyone's devices at some point or another are getting overheated. I think the best thing is to have some sort of, it definitely looks like it's now getting more shade. It's cooling down a lot now. And in the next hour or two, it's going to go down probably another 20 degrees. Happy Monday. Good to see you, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. Hope you're having a great Monday. So in case you don't know, earlier we were out, me and my friend Christy, we went out, she's better known on YouTube as Sweet Misery, and we were out on the scene of in front of Nancy Guthrie's house. I did get some other footage around the house, and I got some footage driving again to her daughter's house during the day. We went into the Circle K that's next to her daughter Annie's house, and there's 2 obvious surveillance cameras out front. And so I think, that was probably for the obvious to kind of coincide. And there's not really a way to get to Annie's house without passing that Circle K. So, it's probably to corroborate their stories of leaving and coming and when they left and came and stuff like that. But it definitely probably has a good 180 view with those 2 cameras. So that was something that we got on camera. Just did another drive-by. It was very quiet at Annie's. It was quiet at Nancy's as well, except for there was just every news outlet from national news, Associated Press, to Telemundo TV, to, Fox LA News, to the local news station was actually in front of Annie's. Of all the stations that wasn't out there in front of Nancy's today, the local news station was over in front of Annie's. But that could have just been one of them. Who knows? There's so much media, as you can even see right now in JLR's. It's just been a plethora of media out there. And I don't necessarily know what they're waiting for. I know that they were waiting for the deadline of the ransom to come and go. And it has now been about 23 minutes past 5 Mountain Time. So I believe the deadline was supposed to be 5 p.m. It's not... Back origin. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you. Definitely. I should just pay for premium, to be honest. I was going to get family premium, so my kids had it as well. And it's just, I think I did get it, and then I signed up for it on their account, and I haven't connected mine. One of the two, something like that. So we're very unprofessional over here. By no means am I a true crime reporter by any means. About 4 years ago, I tried to be. And I always like to get boots on the ground if allowed. So this is a local case though. So if this wasn't a local case, I probably wouldn't be out there reporting on it. I'm not even really reporting on it. I'm more like reporting on the reporters that are reporting on it. I feel like I was stalking YouTubers today and Brian Enton rather than actually like anything for the store. Okay, I'll definitely look it up. Shit, I'll download it right now. Hold on, what's it called? Unblock Origin. Give me a second. There we go. And right now, there's not really any sound to JLRs. There's just, hey, what's up, girl? I'm just kind of going to go backwards and kind of play some of the news that was, and kind of replay God knows what I even was doing out there live. I kind of want to see, I kind of don't. I did hear already that people were talking crap, and it's like, you know what? At least I got outside today in 80-degree heat. Most of those people can't go outside to save their lives, let alone on this open tab alone, it's blocking 444 items. Damn. I'm adding it to my Chrome right now. That's even easier. Add to Chrome. Add extension. Alrighty. My face got a little bit sunburned. I should have asked Christy to get if she had sunblock. I was going to, and then I didn't. And then I also realized now that I had a tinted moisturizer with sunblock, and I'm like, damn it. Whatever. It is what it is. It was hotter out. It was sunnier and hotter. There's JLR. I think he's going to be out there and walking around during the dark like I was looking to do the other night. Dolly Vision was out there, but he wasn't handling it very good. But he's been up since 3 a.m. traveling. Let's see. And then it looks like currently Nancy Grace is live about it. It looks like Dolly is still live. Oh. It's definitely not blocking anything yet because it just had an ad. Looks like Dolly's still out there too. He's just down lower. So here's the view of Dolly. It looks like he's got his drone.
I mean, it's fine for like and the house is in the dark too. Yeah. Also, there works. Where's your crew? Yeah, he's not. No, I told him. Yeah, not.
It's all clear when it's right up on him.
No one knows.
Why does it keep doing that? Switch back. Oh, don't leave it alone. Leave it alone. Stay there. Ickmail till you came on. Ugh. Licked by Ickmail. Sorry. I have a personal issue with I don't have any personal issue. It's just back during the Kylie Wright Rodney case. The fucking Dolly out there with his rolled up sweatpants. Hey, at least again, anyone out there, you can't judge him for it. Those drones are loud. I'm gonna pause JLR for a second. Too much going on.
Okay, on a battery.
Ickmail's good. He really
Did y'all
just
see that at all?
kind of does what I'm doing, but he does it much better where he like replays all the other news stations and definitely catches you up on things if you don't, I like to kind of go through things myself, but it's definitely good if you don't feel like doing it yourself, then you watch one of those channels. Him, J for Justice is another one that you can just watch them for an hour or two and get like 20 videos in, you know what I mean? No, he's good. He's good. Like I said, he's good to get all the info from like one spot at one place for sure. Like that's my ideal like spiel, like what I would like to do, which is kind of what I do, but I just do it at a smaller level and not nearly as many bells and whistles, but that's what J for Justice has been doing forever. So is he. There's a couple other channels too. I can't think of off the top of my head. They pretty much do the same thing. It's just different time frames. Like what is it? Your Special Witness. I watch her. She's really good. Hers is more like she always does it like after the fact. There's a couple of channels that are like much bigger, like true crime channels that usually cover things at more of a lag, so they get more information. They like to fact check things. But so we just got Dolly out there in front of. Hold on, 2 But yeah, so today was supposed to be when the second deadline was for the ransom. Allegedly, that was $6 million. I don't know where the 50,000 money mark came from. Maybe that was the false ransom guy or something. I don't know. But allegedly, the ransom was $6 million due today by 5 p.m. Mountain Time. And prior to that, it was Thursday. Allegedly it was originally $4 million if they had gotten to them by Thursday, and then they gave them till today at 5 to get the $6 million in, and at that point then you're pretty much not getting them all back alive, basically, is what the rumors and the allegations are. Again, none of that has been confirmed or denied, but that's kind of what was being said in a lot of chats today, including mine and a few other chats I was watching, which that makes sense. Some of the places are saying that it wasn't paid. I don't know how we would know if it was paid or not. Again, Savannah did that video that she put out, and let me see. That was just a small clip of it. I tried to record it, and then my phone was too hot while I was out there. So here we go. This is the full video that she put out.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt, because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers, and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
So everyone's reading into this has basically said, Harvey from TMZ has been watching the Bitcoin address because you can see deposits and nothing has been deposited into it. See, I don't understand that unless they just couldn't come up with $6 million, in Bitcoin. Just because she's worth $40 million, she makes about $8 million a year. Most of her money is probably tied up in assets. Most rich people don't keep their money just fluid and easily to take out. It's not just usually sitting in a regular schmegular bank. It's usually invested, and usually takes a little bit of time to get it together, especially the amount that she almost makes in a year. Maybe they just couldn't come up with it in time. I mean, other than that, I don't see why you wouldn't pay it. You know what I mean? I don't see why she wouldn't have paid it. See, when I got it confused and thought the 50K was for the ransom, I was like, why wouldn't she just pay 50K? Like, even if she's not that fluid, she's got to have 50K, right? Like, but 6 million is a whole other story. 4 million, that's only 2 million less. So, if you can't come up with 4 million, you're probably not going to be able to come up with 6 million. And it's just really unfortunate. I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, I think that the ransom note, and they were probably advised that it's probably a scam. Like, I don't see her being returned home alive if they had paid this amount of money. Do I still think that she should have paid it if she could? Sure. But again, she probably couldn't come up with the 6 million. You know, it's just her in this video, which is kind of, I hope her siblings aren't like mad because she wasn't willing to put the money down. But, you know, it's a weird feeling when you're out there. You know, I'm going to put up some of my pre-recorded footage later after I get a chance to edit it later. And it's weird, you know. And honestly, I want to go up there again and maybe even, I don't think I even recorded some of the nicer houses, but so you just go up one of the little one-way streets and there's 2 houses that are astronomically beautiful. And it's not that her mom's house isn't beautiful. It's just, it doesn't look like $1 million home of someone, you know, that's got a rich daughter. It doesn't. The lawn was very unkempt. I know it's very rural out there and there's a lot of cactus and stuff, but a lot of it was dead and there was a lot of stuff to trip over, like right by her house. Whereas even in the public wash area across the street, it was like, you know, there's a few articles of trash, but there wasn't like a lot of vines and things, whereas her yard was very unkempt. And then I realized that there were 2 houses just on her corner, and the houses are very much closer than they make it out to be in all of these reports. Like, oh, these houses are so far apart from each other. And I will say the way that they're facing, I can't see maybe their cameras picking up much, but unless their cameras pick up sound, because like I said, when I was there the other night, it was the silence was loud. Okay, so anything of any ruckus, you think that one of the cameras might have picked up someone screaming or anything, unless everyone was quiet as a mouse, which that just doesn't seem, honestly, like something that would happen, you know? You have to jump through hoops with banks and exactly. And it's not, yeah, it's like they're willing to pay. So hopefully maybe they can make some sort of, you know, connection with these people. Maybe they'll offer something else to them. Okay, well, now you didn't make the ransom, so we'll give you till Wednesday at 5 p.m. for 10 mil. You know what I mean? But honestly, at that point, it just doesn't seem, you know, this. And she's also asking, keep your eye out. Like, I think that the FBI doesn't think that it's a pot, like that it's someone's telling her not to give them the money. And it's probably the FBI. But I mean, a lot of people were saying like, oh, she done it, that this video is odd. Like, I'm playing again. Do you think that it sounds odd? I mean, I don't think it sounds odd. I can't speed it up either, so.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. I believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where.
I mean, they only searched for like a day and then homicide came out there. So honestly, I think that they're just keeping things really tightly sealed. I think that they have some sort of something, I wouldn't say evidence, but they have some sort of lead or something that they're working on and investigating. Because, I mean, they had them out there yesterday with the pole and the septic tank. And, you know, typically that's going to be, like someone said, there was like a metal detector. I guess if they could detect metal, they might Maybe the idea is they think she might be in the septic tank. I was like, when we saw that septic tank truck come by, I was like, oh my God, they think she's in there. But it didn't stop there. So, I mean, they all have septic tanks up there. So maybe someone else just was having septic tank issues. And it was just coincidentally going down her street. But I was like, maybe it was just too busy. And they thought, we'll come back later when there's not so many people outside to suck out the septic tank. Maybe they were advised to do that. I don't know. But it seems like whenever Dolly Vision, this is what Christy Marie said. She said, it seems like whenever Dolly Vision comes onto the like boots on the ground on a scene, like it gets solved relatively quickly. Like I agree, like with the Leilani Simon case and that little boy, that's sad situation. Like, yeah, it's that could be said true. What was the other one? The Emmanuel, I can't remember his last name, that little poor boy this past summer in the desert area outside of Morongo, like California. He was out there for like a couple of days and then those people were arrested. And that's just two to name. So that could be just coincidental, but we're hoping that now that the Dolly's out there, that hopefully maybe something will come about. Because it just seemed, hey, when things happen more than once, it's not always a coincidence. So it has to be someone who knows Nancy more than Savannah, because you'd think they would have sent a ransom note to NBC where Savannah works. I think it's someone who tried to Tucson media or something. Yeah, that's what someone asked, like, is her mom anybody outside of just Savannah? Does she have any sort of stance or any sort of clout, let's say, per se, in the city of Tucson? And I don't know what she did for a living or if she did anything for a living or if she was just a housewife. I don't know. That's interesting, something I like to see if I can look into, because I wonder if she had her own run-ins. My first inclination was in the very beginning, hey Sally Mae, was when I heard someone from the church called, even before I knew she only went virtually, because honestly I guess they take attendance virtually, but it's really on Vimeo is how I saw that they broadcasted. That's basically YouTube, so you have to log in like you would have to with YouTube. But I don't know how they wouldn't have known that she was there virtually, but allegedly, so I was like, was it someone from the church, or did she maybe help someone out? Because we do have a lot of homeless out here. Like maybe the church helps certain people and she was having someone come by and do some, like, let's say they were working on her yard, or God knows. And is that who, that's what my first like inclination was, because saying that the church called like right away. So people miss church, right? Like it happens. You don't go to church one day and they call the family, like, where are you? Like, that's weird. Yeah, I think we were on multiple news stations. Yep. No, but maybe I was there to give him your information. Did he? Good for him. You wouldn't catch him outside, so you wouldn't be able to frame his photo. Plus, you couldn't get a big enough frame. So, yeah, I already heard people talking shit. I don't give a fuck. You can pause anybody on camera, and they look horrible. And I'm 5 months pregnant. I'm not in a beauty pageant. I was out there on a crime scene. So, much like the Tennessee photo, I really don't care. You saw me on News Nation. Holy shit. Just in the background walking around, like trying to not be on the camera. It was kind of there's kind of no way to not be. Like, you either have to walk in front of them or you don't get to walk at all. So, whatever. Again, I'd love to catch one of my many critics. I'd love to see them outside doing anything, let alone anything semi-productive. I mean, again, I wasn't really doing anything productive out there other than just like talking to bigger YouTubers, but yeah, she hadn't been to physical church. She was attending virtually. So how did they know? And then I went to the church because, I mean, again, it might not be. I looked up Nancy Guthrie Church. And it was like some Saint Parish. St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church in Tucson. And then if you go there, well, that takes me to a Facebook. It's weird. Let's see. We'll just Google the church stuff. But then I went to the church, I went to the like online services, and then they have a link to watch them online. Hold on. Oh, here it is. So here's St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, and then if you go to watch live, church online. So just click on one of them, and then it says join Vimeo. Like, so you log in with your name. Let's say I put in my name. I mean, how would they know? How do they know? Let's see, languages. So yeah, there's not like, hello. All right, so I guess like if I'm in the chat, you know that I'm there. But if you're, I guess because maybe she's active in the chat and it was weird not to see her in the chat. Otherwise, how would you tell someone's not at service from watching online? Like I said, maybe it was like a Zoom type thing or Windows Meet, but it's not. It's via Vimeo, which is like YouTube. So, yeah. Anywhoozle. So that was weird as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. Too many things. That's history. So I know Nancy Grace was talking about it. I'm going to wait till she's done to play that. JLR is still on the scene. Dolly's still on the scene, though he was almost tapping out there for a minute. But then it started cooling down. Ow, my foot. We kept fucking burning out, too. And I was not even in the direct sun. But I could only go live. What was I live for all of 10 minutes before my phone cut out because of the heat? So... the neighbors hate it that there's all this media. I mean, I get it, but also, like, come on now.
Dude, you know what the shitty part is? About getting off the 10 now?
What?
I've had Taco Bell like 4 times.
Dude.
Prime time shows.
Last night we had
This is a good time to plug Dolly Soap. Get you some Dolly Soap at buydollysoap.com. This is my watermelon lemonade. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to support the channel. Best soap ever made by Dolly.
Dolly Soap.
You can find it on my merch store, buydollysoap.com. Okay.
Boom.
Even I use it. Boom. Okay, that's my watermelon.
Christy's bought his soap before, so she can probably attest that it's good. For real. Where's the baby?
All right.
Except for it's an older lady today, but supposedly I ate her.
It's incredible.
But I mean,
Oh, there's my
that would explain it. That would explain a lot. Hey, might as well help the homie out, right? I mean, I only met him today, but I've been watching him since he started his shit. So it was cool to see Dolly out there. It was cool to see JLR out there. I've seen him and met him in what's it called? Tennessee. And I'm also famously photographed looking like a fucking behemoth, but it is what it is.
That just sucks that you can't live a normal life. Like, dude, the guy's been tirelessly getting after it.
I like the tea from the reporters, all the media just sitting out there.
Dude, he's yeah, that's you.
And she said the law enforcement's doing everything it can. I'm like, wasn't he at a basketball game yesterday? Are they really doing everything they can? Let's let it catch up for a minute. You guys gonna call that guy fat too? Leave him alone. It's not nice. Like I said, there's not even a big enough fucking frame. Like Fox LA's like whole thing would have like, did you hurt Nancy Guthrie? I'm surprised you can spell Nancy Guthrie. Good for you. Congratulations to you. Lord. I'm glad you find that you find this so enthralling to where you find the need to come in here and, you know, one of 20 people be like, I hate you. You ate Nancy Guthrie. Like, really? Really? But hold on. Let's see for a second. Boom, 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 boom. Videos. Live. Ransom's in live 3 minutes. I was live for 40 minutes. Wow. I will just go here for a minute.
Hello. What? I might have to turn my car off. Stop shaking.
I don't think that made it not shake.
Hey, hey. Now we got a bunch of people running around.
Hello, hello.
I like that lady's jogging out.
I do. It's very cute.
I wonder what they're doing. Who are these people? They just want to get an eye on it, or some Barbies coming to see what's going on.
Barbie's like true crime
The
too.
mountain, though, you can see that shit like real up close today. Mountain's really mountain.
It was. It was like that mountain looks different every time. I swear to God, it's like holographic or something.
Oh, basically because of all the media, her address is out there now. Just Jen, is that Christy? I don't know. It does the thing now though too with the at signs. Have you noticed that in chat?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Someone from back in the day, I'm guessing.
Y'all need to leave people alone. I had to explain to Christy what Hitler meant.
We are.
We're about to go walk up there.
A septic truck just came to I think to suck out the septic tank.
That's what, yeah. But it didn't.
Which I honestly think.
But it didn't. It just drove by. But for a minute there, we're like, oh shit. I was gonna say, like, where the hell?
I honestly think
the news stations were taking all the bandwidth. It has to be that.
Oh, Amesy, why are friends together again? That's Jen, just FYI. Look, they call her the Giddler. It's fucking dumb. That's Jen. I probably shouldn't have said that. Damn. This is my friend Christy Marie. She used to be in the same community as me and Genevieve, but she got smart and got the fuck off the internet. No, I'm not ignoring you. What did you say? Oh, Sarah motherfucking Z says, hi, Christy Marie. God damn, my phone is hot. That's another reason why we're still in the car. We gotta phones are gonna overheat. We're gonna walk up there yet. We're waiting for Dolly Vision to get here. I'm just kidding. But the ransom is at, what is it? 5 p.m. is the deadline for the ransom.
I'm gonna mute you.
How? Turn your volume down. I don't know. I'll just stop talking. I have to stop talking because she has me on in her ear and she's getting too much Amesy. How do I mute you? I don't know. People have been asking that. There's a lot of people coming down the road right now. The Barbies are standing in front of the house now. Are those Dolly Visions like cheerleaders or something? Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. I'll zoom in more. I'm not turning my car.
I've been muted this whole time. I apologize. Let's watch Harvey.
Guthrie is still alive. That is at least what Savannah Guthrie seems to be telegraphing in her latest Instagram post. She says she, meaning Nancy, is feeling these prayers. So she believes Nancy is still out there. And the other thing that seems clear is they have reached a dead end with whoever took her mother.
Well, I mean, if that's even the ransom person who actually took her mom, it's probably just someone trying to get money. But yeah, of course she's still out there because she's still missing. Do I think that she's going to ever be returned home? No. Even if they paid this ransom, I don't think she would have been returned. I think it's just someone trying to get money and take advantage of the situation. It doesn't make sense why you would take an 84-year-old and just ransom her off, even if her daughter has money. Like, she's not that rich, you know what I mean? So it's just weird. It's just very weird. And again, looking at all the houses over there's a lot that are for sale. Maybe it's older people like herself that have since passed or something, but it just seems like many of the houses are really nice and taken care of, and the only ones that weren't was like hers and the ones for sale. Actually, well, at least one of them was. The yard was very much so. The other one was more kind of like hers, and just gave me a weird vibe.
He says that we believe our mom is out there. We need your help. This is Monday, and the deadline is today at 5 o'clock Tucson time. And the kidnappers made it very clear in the first ransom note, which we received, the situation is dire if they are true to their words, if they don't get that ransom money at 5 o'clock today, Tucson time. We have checked the Bitcoin address, and you can see what's deposited. As of this moment, the $6 million ransom has not been deposited. Something has happened where they are at a stalemate, because if you remember over the weekend, Savannah said, we are ready to pay. And the money isn't there. There is some reason, obviously, as to why they haven't. And it just seems like Savannah is throwing her hands up, saying law enforcement is doing everything they possibly can, but she is begging for the help of anybody, no matter how far away, for anything that could be a clue. The kidnappers, as far as we know, have not shown proof of life. Now, we have only seen the first ransom note, not the second. The second was sent to a local Phoenix television station. But it seems that the kidnappers have not done anything concrete, although there is something really interesting in the message Savannah left over the weekend when she said, we understand, referring to that first note. So there is something that the kidnappers said or demanded that Savannah is acknowledging. And then to me, the key word in that Instagram post over the weekend is the word celebrate. What did Savannah mean to say, we want to celebrate with our mother?
I agree. Both of those things have been very weird. You know what I mean? Saying that you understood, it's like, what do you understand? Because that's what I was wondering. Like, did they have contact with them, or what do they understand? You know, again, I put my conspiracy theory mind out there, and YouTube doesn't like conspiracy theories, but you know, her and her husband are both named in the Epstein files, not for very much, but you know, unknown to a lot of people, you know, half of the Epstein files are just reiteration of the Clinton emails that were leaked. Now, her husband worked for the Clintons during their the entire time they were in administration, and he worked with or owned part of the company. I'm not exactly sure, but he had something to do with the company for the entirety of them in office that scrubbed the internet of stuff they didn't want on the internet. So he had seen some shit, heard some shit. And we know that Clinton isn't in the Epstein files how many thousand times? And then you've got Savannah, who's in the Epstein files, that clearly she was being watched enough about her interviewing that Virginia Giuffre, or whatever her name is, who mysteriously killed herself last year. And she kind of was part of that whistleblowing on Dateline and was like the main person that interviewed those girls. So, you know, and I'm sure that she was told maybe behind the scenes a lot of things that didn't make it to air, a lot of things that might have got cut, you know what I mean? And in my mind, this is a way to say not only to them, but other reporters and other people that may have been in those positions that just because all of this is out now doesn't mean that you're safe to talk. And it's a good way to show many different people from the media all at the same time, because look how much media was out there today. It's definitely stirring up the media at the very least. And to me, when she said we understand, that's kind of what I was like, is that what she's understanding? Like, keep your mouth shut because we can just take your mama in the middle of the night. And then what also sorry, bad language, what also kind of confirmed it for me was the fact that Trump got involved at all and then sent the feds out there. And it was more just for like show, because they came, went, locked the place down for an evening, and were gone in the morning and the tape was down. So like, what was that for? Like, what did that do? You know? But again, that's just my conspiracy theorist mind. The real world idea is that probably someone she knew did something, you know, if it's not something of that nature. So it's probably someone she knew from either church, hopefully not her family, but everyone's pointing fingers at that son-in-law. But in my mind, when I think Ashley Banfield got a tip that it was the son-in-law, air quotes, I think she got the wrong son-in-law. I think they were referring to Savannah's husband. That's just my opinion, and that's just my conspiracy mindset. I'm probably wrong, and even if I am right, no one will ever fucking know, you know, honestly. So
it's an odd phrase to use in the middle of all of this.
Odd.
And the only thing I can think of is that word may well have been used in that second ransom note. I don't know, because we haven't received the second, but the word is so out of context that I think it's reasonable to at least guess that that word was used in that second note. Now, she says, our mom has been taken and we don't know where. So she is kind of acknowledging that. And as we told you last Friday, that the way the ransom note, and we'll be a little bit descriptive now, the way the ransom note is worded, that they say we will bring your mother back to Tucson, meaning they're not in Tucson right now, if you believe them and take them at their word. We will bring her back to Tucson within 12 hours of the time that we receive the money. Well, if you take 12 hours and then you multiply it by 60 miles an hour, it gives you about a 700-mile radius around Tucson. And so it's basically the western United States. If you take them at their word.
If they have her anywhere, they took her to Marana, or they took her to Casa Grande. They didn't take her all the way back to fucking Nevada or anything. I mean, maybe, because I mean, it's only like, it's 2 hours to Phoenix, 4 hours to Flagstaff. From Flagstaff to the border of Arizona, Nevada, probably another 2 hours. So what is that, like 6 hours to Nevada? It's possible. It's possible. You also got Carson City out there, which used to be like Warren Jeff's. Like, family all lived out there. It's very desolate, but it's still an active city. So if you're going to hide someone, that'd be the place to do it. Yeah, trolls. Yeah, see, she's hiding her in Carson City. She knows who Warren Jeffs is. Yeah. Do you?
Would be within the confines of.
I was watching a documentary.
Radius. Personally, I think that there is a good chance that they are way closer.
Creepy.
And the reason I say that is there is a connection between this kidnapper and the Tucson television market, which is a much smaller radius than 700 miles.
He did good Warren Jeffs. I don't know. I think anyone can, though.
This person who wrote it has some connection to Tucson, because the first ransom note was sent to 2 local television stations there, in addition to us. The second ransom note sent to KOLD, which is one of those 2 television stations in Tucson. So whoever wrote this has some connection. Remember, if this were just somebody who saw Savannah Guthrie on TV and said, here's what we're going to do, they probably would have sent it to NBC News, where Savannah works. This is somebody connected to Tucson, and it just feels like it's somebody who either knew Nancy or knew of Nancy, that she had a famous daughter. And that's somebody in that Tucson area. So we talked about it on Friday, but it sure seems to me.
And of these big news stations mentioned that her roof looked like it had been recently done, because someone was pointing out on somewhere, my best friend brought it up, and he said that they were saying that, it looked like her roof had been recently worked on. That would explain there could be a lot of people that, maybe documented or otherwise, that a lot of people that don't want to have a background check will do construction work a lot of times, because it's easy work to get. You make a decent amount of money, and they usually don't check your background. So sometimes nefarious people can work on, again, documented or otherwise, can work roofs. And that was what happened to, I guess, the Elizabeth Smart girl. Like, that's who kidnapped her. They had been working on her roof, and that's how they kind of got eyes on her, then decided to kidnap her, yada, yada, yada. It was the property next to the sister's house. Oh, wait, let me see. He found a patch of sand that sank when he stuck a stick in it. It was on the property next to the sister's house. He went up to sheriff and told them and showed them a video. He showed it to the stream also. He said it was like the size of a body. Huh. Let me see. While this plays, it's almost over. I'm going to look that up.
That if, and I want to say one other thing, that whoever wrote this is intelligent, is articulate, and I say that because the way that first ransom note is worded, it is well structured, the grammar is almost perfect, and it is somebody who is smart. And so if there's somebody in the Tucson area who noticed that somebody over the last week has gone MIA, who is smart and articulate, I don't know, that might be elite, but it just feels like this is somebody who lived in that Tucson area, or at least the Tucson market, and it is somebody who, if you believe this letter, is within that radius right now with Nancy of the city of Tucson, Arizona. So unfortunately, it seems, at least judging by Savannah's most recent post, that they are at some kind of a dead end because she's just now begging for everybody's help as the clock keeps ticking.
So, here is a before.
All right, hold on. I'm looking through ICML and see if I can find it. How long ago was it? It looks like he has a lot of it's either JLR or there's crime. Oh, that's the guy here. This guy right here on ICML that he's showing in the background. That's who me and Christy were talking to about theories about like summer wells and the other cases. I think he said he lived out where Delphi's happened. This guy with the like running pants on, talking to the sheriff guy. That sheriff was very attractive, just saying. It was like he was very attractive. But he was a cool people. He has a channel. If Christy is still in here, do you remember his channel name? Crime Time? It was Crime Time something. I'll look back at my other channel or my other live from earlier and see if it was on. I don't know if the live chat will be saved. Anyways. Yeah, big guy tattoos. Close to an hour, maybe longer. Black shirt, yes. Okay, all right. All right. But that guy was cool. He was, all right, hold on. He was with JLR.
What exactly did you do?
Just let him know that I was over at Annie's house, but maybe he doesn't know their names, but he's like, who's that?
He didn't know who that was.
What? Dude, our sheriff is like fucking Barney Fife. I'm not even kidding. No, it's 6 p.m. Wasn't it 5 p.m.? It's been a little over an hour. So I don't think... And Harvey said that they've been like one of y'all said, as well as the guy from TMZ said, they're tracking that Bitcoin address. I guess you can see if there's deposits. That's weird. And like maybe they're too scared now or something. Like, I mean, because chances are, like, even if they pay them, they're not going to get their mom back. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
Just fucking with me. Do they do that on purpose? I don't know.
So he was like acting like he didn't know.
Yeah, he's first he asked me if I was on parole or probation.
Who's Annie? That's what the guy said.
He asked
Who's
you
Annie?
Parole probation. Why?
Yeah, always do.
They do?
No,
You go give law enforcement a tip, and the first thing they ask is if you're on parole or probation?
Yeah. Then took a call.
He
Anyway,
stereotyped you.
You feel me?
He stereotyped you, maybe.
But anyway,
That's crazy. I mean, it's hey, law enforcement, I have some information I want to give you. First,
regular in
are you on
California.
probation or parole?
Oh, that's in California. That's regular.
That's crazy.
In the nice neighborhoods and the shitty neighborhoods.
Nice neighborhood. Are you on parole or probation? All right. So what happened?
So I told him that I was over at that gully across the way, and there was like a big old. I don't know if did you post a picture?
Oh, I didn't post a picture. Show your picture and put it to the screen. So
I want to see.
He was over there at Annie and Tomaso's home. He didn't go on the property, on a public street.
And make sure you tell it.
Show it up.
Might be a
If you
nothing
could
burger.
go there. Might be a nothing.
What's that? Sand?
Hold on. Do it again.
Sorry.
Hold on. We're gonna show. It's like sand, right? It's like almost like.
Yeah, and it's like a big spot.
Sand.
Not to say that, but a body size. And I put a
I don't know if you could see that, folks. Probably not. But it's just like sand.
So anyway, he's gonna send me a link.
Well,
It's gonna send you a
He said
link to send the
detective's
tip.
gonna give me a call. So maybe I can get some info.
So we said detectives are gonna give you a call.
call, and then he said that she's gonna send me a link to send.
I mean, that is
No, I think-
interesting. At the same time, I will explain why there's sand there. This entire area is filled with washes, and it is a wash in itself. Like when it really, really rains, like if it monsoons really bad, this whole area is going to be underwater and inaccessible because of all the washes. Like it's pretty much, except for the ones that are really high up, but the ones that are like the same level as the washes, they're going to have water up into their door. Like it happens rarely, but it can happen. Those washes overflood, and when they do get water, it moves quite quickly, and then you get this like almost this beach sand that is left behind. So that's where the sand comes from, and it does just kind of like wash up and like kind of dry up in puddles. So that kind of makes sense why it would be in like a body size puddle, but it's still something that they should investigate. I'm more concerned they didn't know who the fucking the name of the sister was. Like who?
It's actually
You never know.
something
Never
you have
know.
to look at. It's particularly when they just
It might
put
be
out
weird.
that.
Right.
Go dig
They're
it up.
looking
Go
around
put
the
your hands
property
aside. Get
more
a
or less.
shovel.
They're
Let's get
saying
this
there's
shit
gonna be
going. Take
activity
the
at the
camera over there and
home.
stream it.
Activity what
Let's go.
the search.
And Savannah said,
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched him in a while, but I like him. He doesn't use a purple light anymore because of Ryan Upchurch, but I like him. He got into it with Ryan Upchurch, got real pressed. I mean, Ryan Upchurch was being kind of a dick, not gonna lie, but that's who said he got licked by anyways. Go
What'd you
do
say?
it right now.
Ask
Take your
him
camera.
something. I mean,
Do it
ask him
live.
for
help.
anything.
If you see anything,
Hey, even if it's little. That's the only reason I was like, okay, maybe I just it's a nothing. You know?
this is
Oh,
this
this
is
is-
getting
But now
a
that
lot
you
more
said that.
more and more wild.
The drone.
The drones are up, so I'm gonna spin the camera
Oh,
around.
drone.
Good work, man. We'll see if they actually act on it. Can't believe they asked you if you're on probation or parole.
Man, they tried his ass.
What if you said yes? Did you say I can't talk to you? And we won't find you credible?
I mean, my address is still in the area, so I ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do.
All right, folks. Deadline.
5?
Yeah, we missed it. We were talking. I mean, it's 5:04. Deadline is passed. 4 minutes.
Oh.
4 minutes.
I
Deadline
like
is passed.
that
What is all
independent
that?
media
Maybe that was the message.
for sure. You
No,
can
that
see all
was
the
it.
media people. They just look at us
Drones are
like,
up.
"Fuck are you people?" Like, I mean, they didn't give a fuck about us walking behind or anything. They just were like, I mean, we're walking up, we're zooming into the front door. They're at a distance, a safe distance. You know, we did get told to like cross the street. You know, it was more because Dolly was setting up across the street, I think, but we were standing there. I think it was just us and not someone setting up a camera. They probably wouldn't have said anything, but because we had been standing over there the entire time. But you know, we're just up on it, and they're like in the backdrop, you know, because they have to go by the book or whatever. So
They're up.
Ransom expires, no payment.
plus, they're also
Property
not
damage.
reporting, not showing the line of media and the thing because there's nothing going on. So it's like there's so much you can get from the news right now from this case because there's nothing going on. Otherwise, I'm like, look at all these news people here. Like, fucking, there's nothing going on, but there's a gang of news people. Like, Associated Press is here. Fucking, like, that's a big news station. Like,
Doing their report. We'll stay out here and see what happens here. Maybe law enforcement comes today. We are on standby outside the home of Nancy. And we'll see. That's crazy, Alex. You gonna be back tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
If
here
it
first.
continues, yeah.
I'm gonna be here at first light.
Nah, I'll probably get an extra character. Pop over.
First light.
I won't get it going with nothing. Scares me, man. It scares me until like the Delphi case, right? She's asking us for help, the world.
if I'm going to play anyone, I just might as well play them live now rather than an hour or so ago. Let's see. This looks like Brian Enton went live. Please strike. I know Ashley Banfield will. Slow it down for just. Well, we'll find out. Probably will if you're a bigger channel. Yeah, YouTube. Some of the ad blockers don't work.
Of course, I'm still here
Or
in
they
Arizona,
work to where it's
Tucson,
almost
outside
worse
Nancy
to
Guthrie's
have
house.
them.
The mystery just seems to deepen. I mean, there's a lot of everybody's asking me. I mean, friends who I haven't heard from in like years are texting.
Someone said that her mom that Nancy is 6'3". I was like, there is no fucking way. Like her daughter might be 6'3" because she seems pretty tall, but if she's 6'3", then her daughter's like 7'3". Like there's no way.
What's going on with the case? I mean, my mom is texting me constantly. What do you know that we don't know? I mean, honestly, it's still very mysterious about what is actually going on behind the scenes and what police may know and what they may not know. And is there a possibility that police literally don't know anything and they're following up on different leads, but they have nothing concrete? That is possible, especially after what Savannah Guthrie said in her latest video that she just posted to Instagram, asking the public for help. Listen to what Savannah said.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation.
Jamie.
And we need your help.
So pretty clear that Savannah is saying that they still need help finding Nancy. And she said, we are in an hour of desperation and we need your help. She said it several times. We need your help. And it seemed more genuine, should I say? I mean, not that Savannah's ever not genuine, but, you know, you could tell that some of those first videos that looked almost more like hostage videos with her and her siblings, that they were very much crafted in part by the FBI. And it seemed like this video was more just off the cuff and sort of the Savannah Guthrie that we all feel like we know.
Hostage films. I mean, it's true. He's not wrong.
From the Today Show and just from her social media, it seemed more just like her and genuine. And the fact that she's saying they need help makes you wonder where things stand. Of course, there have been these letters that have come in, which I've talked about, and I'll kind of just go back for you and give you a little bit of the backstory before. I'm going to talk to retired FBI agent Steve Moore in a minute, which you're going to hear, and it was a really interesting conversation, especially what he had to say about the search that we saw happening at Annie Guthrie's house, which is Savannah's sister. So that's coming in a second, but let me tell you everything that I know. First letter we found out about Tuesday of last week. I believe that Savannah was told about it based on sources that I have on Monday night of last week. And in that letter, that is when there were the specifics about things at the house, the Apple iWatch light, and also there was the ransom. There was pay us $4 million by Thursday at 5 p.m. Or pay us $1 million by Monday. Those were the deadlines. Then came the second letter at the end of the week, which we know went to KOLD TV, which the news director was very clear to say is not a ransom letter. There was no demand for money in that letter, from what I have been told. But there was a very specific message in that letter that related back to the previous letter, which sort of connected the two. And I am told it was a grim message, which could explain why Savannah Guthrie was just so sad and said, "We've received your message," before this most recent one. In this, remember this message. Look at this message.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
So that was clearly, or at least appears to be, Savannah reacting to the second note that came in. And now the tone seems to have changed again, which makes me wonder, is there a possibility, and I think there is a possibility, that these ransom notes are unrelated to what's really going on here, that these ransom notes are just some jerk somewhere trying to extort money out of the Guthries, and that what really happened to Nancy may have nothing to do with whoever.
Honestly, oh, that's a weird freeze frame.
I think that is a possibility based on everything that I'm hearing. I don't think that that's for sure. They wouldn't have made Savannah create the.
And I think that's what they've all been kind of alluding. Essentially, this is what's going on outside right now. And I'll throw Brian Eden's link if you want to watch the rest of that update. He was really nice. I actually did. I don't know. I just, the real media scared me.
Burgers. Somebody got burgers.
I don't know what they're all doing to go to the bathroom out there, to be honest. Because I didn't see one of them media people go to the bathroom. Like, y'all wearing diapers? Oh.
Chopper.
Ghetto bird.
Chopper.
It's starting to get dark out there. Look how quick it gets dark.
I smell hamburgers. Somebody's cooking burgers out here. Somebody's literally cooking burgers. Let's go try to find where they're at. Somebody's cooking burgers. I smell like charcoal burgers.
I feel like it's Dolly.
Sun's going down out here, folks. You got the flashlight too. Got a flashlight. Got a flashlight, see? Thank you. Thank you, Pat Brooks. Prayers for Nancy. I'm just waiting to see what happens here, man. The media's kind of like camped out here and just waiting. There's still quite a few people here.
I think that septic tank thing is going to come back and start sucking out. But they're just waiting for people to leave. I mean, I could just be assuming, but right, poor guys. They're just out there.
I'm seeing some like more YouTubers and like TikTokers out here, podcasters, not just like mainstream media journalism.
Did you? I didn't hear that, but I'm again not able to keep up with every single thing. See, I heard that she was bright as a tack or sharp as a tack or whatever they say. If that's the case, then a lot of things could have happened, and she should have never been alone anymore. If she was struggling with some sort of, let me just mute that since it's just background noise. But if she was struggling with some sort of early onset dementia, she should have definitely not been home alone. Sheriff was supposed to be sending in more people for some kind of search, both properties tonight and early morning. Yep, see, that's what I'm saying. That I think that truck was supposed to come through, and then because it paused for a hot minute, and there was people even in like JLR's and other people's chats, because we were kind of watching theirs when we were in the car. That were like, the like septic Zilla is like here and stuff like that. But then it drove away. So I feel like they were like, no, come back later. There's too much going on right now. Man, I could be wrong. It could have just been every one of those properties has septic tanks. So it's bound to be someone in the neighborhood who just has an issue with their septic tank, possibly. Yeah, I'll go through my pre-record stuff here and try to get it uploaded here in a bit. I gotta get some mom time in here in a bit. I've been out all day. They've been at school all day, but someone's playing video games. I want to go play some Mario Kart. And I've been doing this for about an hour, but here I will share JLR's link if you guys want to just see what's going on out front. I think he's going to be there up until it gets like pitch black tonight, walking around. And yeah, I wonder, what's going to be going on. Again, me and Christy might meet up and go early tomorrow morning. So if anything's going down, I will be there again. Hopefully, fingers crossing, as long as the pregnancy allows. But yeah, it's definitely going to be cooler tomorrow. So I'm more amped to go. It was not amped to go because I knew it was going to be really hot today. Clearly, they're working yet. But you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for those who popped in and chatted. And for those that are new, subscribe if you haven't. And I will be bringing you guys more local updates. Yep. Thank you, Sessa, for coming in. Thanks so much. You too, Shanna.